And as Jubilee entered in coalition agreements with PDR in 2017, that indeed there exists a coalition agreement between the Jubilee political party and PDR, now renamed UDA. Two, Honorable Chair, the other accusation I want to speak on is what Honorable Isaac Mwaura is being accused of, that he has said the party is moribund, the party is dead. Indeed, it is my submission, Chair, that the Honorable Isaac Mwaura ought to be rewarded by this party for speaking truth to the party. Truth in the sense that this constitution, Honorable Chair, I think has listed almost 32 organs of the party. If I'm right, I think there are about 32 organs of the party. It's on record, Chair, in my submission, that all those organs are moribund. The only time, Honorable Chair, the parliamentary group of the Jubilee Party has been summoned to meet by the party leader is when the party is removing party members from leadership positions, members who were elected on the party, and some of those leadership positions, as you are aware, have since been handed over to ODM party. I am not aware whether ODM has a coalition agreement with the Jubilee Party. Two, Honorable Chair, all the other party organs, Honorable Chair, except this disciplinary committee that I have seen being very active, and I congratulate you on being active. But caution you, Honorable Chair, that you must be careful that this does not become a photocopy of the Okiki Amayo KANU disciplinary committee. We would shudder that Jubilee would follow the old KANU ways. That is how KANU destroyed itself. The only reason I associate myself with the sentiments of Honorable Mwaura when he says that he may, and many of us as party members, and indeed the country, may not have a lot of confidence in the processes here, is because of things that have been said not by ordinary party members, the vice chair of the party chairman, who is a convener of this and the appointing authority of this committee here. They have spoken on the possible expulsion of Isaac Mwaura. Chairman, where I come from, they say in our local dialect that that when a river is flowing, it will follow the easiest route where the soil is weakest. Probably, the party has found that the weakest link within the party membership of Jubilee is a member representing people with disabilities. And that is probably why those people living with disability have been denied an opportunity even to witness the prosecution, the unfair prosecution of one of them. Honorable Chair, the party I am not aware, Honorable Chair.
It's being recorded by the media. And this is public hearing. And we can only have enough numbers. It's okay.
Maybe next time, Honorable Chair, the party, since we are contributing a very good amount of, very handsome amount of money, should consider hiring the Kasarani gymnasium where we can accommodate more people to be able to hear, because this is a people's party. We take great exception, Honorable Chair, and I say this as a witness and as a party member, to the fact that one Jubilee party is nobody's private property. Not the chairmans, not the party leaders, not the vice chairman. This is a public institution, not funded by members' contributions, but funded by taxpayers. Taxpayers, I have been a chair of the Budget and Appropriations Committee, Honorable Chair. This party is the greatest beneficiary of public funds in this country. Therefore, every process within the party should be done in a transparent, accountable way, and in ways that promote democracy, not kill democracy. Why I say Honorable Mwaura should be rewarded by this party is because he is speaking truth to the party. When he says your organs, Mr. Chairman, the party organs are moribund, they are not functional. We should be asking ourselves as a party, what should we do as a party to invigorate the party, to ensure that this party, as we stated when we were taking over government in 2013, we ruled for 100 years like KANU once dreamt, that indeed it comes true. We should not be punishing dissent in the party in a respectable manner like Honorable Isaac Mwaura has done, to point out that the party organs are not functioning as they ought to be functioning in line with the Constitution, Honorable Chair. And it is my submission, Chair, as a witness, that the party organs are indeed moribund, they are dead. The only active party organs are those that discipline people, chase people away from the party, and intimidate, coerce, and threaten people to take certain political inclinations, if I may say that, because it is not even party positions. Party positions, Honorable Chair, is my belief that should be articulated properly through party organs, communicated to party members, through well-organized party organ meetings, be it the parliamentary group meeting, be it your NEC meetings. I think is only NEC besides this disciplinary committee that meets following disciplinary committee meeting, or NEC meeting to ratify parliamentary group meetings, to chase away members from leadership positions and give those positions to members of the opposition party. Honorable Chair, my last issue is the issue that you had asked the Honorable Isaac Mwaura on whether, and I think he answered you that question, but I had intended to speak to it. As I said, I have seen other party members not don just UDA caps. Isaac Mwaura, as I said, I have known him before he became a member of parliament. He has always either been in black, I think even today, and he has a yellow cap like this. Are we going to accuse him tomorrow of being another party member if he dons a black cap like this or a yellow one? He dresses in yellow and black. I attended his wedding. The color, the theme of the wedding was yellow and black, and a tinge of white. I do not wear anything yellow myself, but I do black. Will I be accused of having joined some other party because I have done that color? Two, Honorable Chair, the party leader, His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta, we hold with great esteem. At the time we were participating in the by-elections of Msambweni, the week before the by-elections, 15th of December, the week before, a few days before the by-election, had a photo session with the ODM candidate in Msambweni. Should we construe taking a photograph with an ODM candidate as a party leader's endorsement of that party candidate? When Chairman, as an active party member, I was very active in the Kibra by-election, where Jubilee as a political party sponsored. And indeed, I am aware the party even financed part of the candidate's campaign kitty. In that campaign, Honorable Chair, the Honorable Anne Waiguru, Governor Kirinyaga, the Honorable Maina Commander, not only donned ODM colors, they campaigned for the ODM candidate in Kibra. The party took no action, Honorable Chair. Chair, I know you may tell us nobody complained, but the party ought to have active organs. This disciplinary committee ought to be checking what we as members are doing. Tomorrow, Honorable Chair, if I do something, I'm sure you can instigate a complaint. The party can instigate a complaint, like the chairman has done. Therefore, when we question the process, Honorable Chair, we question the process because the party has been unfair. If the party is being unfair to its membership because of our declared support of His Excellency the President, Chair, let me state here that the party may need to probably hire the Kasarani gymnasium, because you will have a lot more of these disciplinary cases, because if associating with the deputy party leader has now become a crime in this party, then be prepared to sit here every day. And as you say, it is not at the members' expense, it is at the expense of the Kenyan taxpayers. And I take great exception to that, Honorable Chair, bearing in fact that we are charged with the mandate of managing an economy that is dying today. It's not only Jubilee Party that is dying. If it is not dead, it is dying, it is in ICU. This country's economy is dying, if not dead. We have a responsibility as elected members of parliament on Jubilee that is governing this country, to ensure that we also make sure that the party utilizes public resources in the most prudent and efficient manner. And I want to submit that utilizing public funds on spurious allegations by a complainant who is not even aware of whether the party has coalition agreements with other parties, on spurious allegations by a complainant who alleges that somebody is deemed to have left a party because he has attended a function to celebrate the win of a Hustler Nation candidate in some way. And I can tell you, I subscribe to the Hustler Nation narrative, and it is not a tribe. The Hustler Nation narrative is not a political party. Isaac Mwaura did say and at the rally there that he subscribes to the Hustler Nation narrative, which is not a political party. Therefore, a complainant that brings that spurious allegation here and spends a lot of taxpayers' money on a chair, not just your time and my time and the accused time and these advocates and everybody else, spends national government resources because you are here on account of taxpayers' money that have been appropriated by the National Assembly to this party. With that, Honorable Chair, let me say I can submit that the Honorable Isaac Mwaura is a Jubilee member, very focused member of the Jubilee Party, very active. We tirelessly worked before the 2017 election to bring this man on board into the Jubilee Party because we knew the value he gives to the party. He has given value. He has submitted reports of his work as a member representing a very vulnerable sector or part of our society, people living with disability. I have seen the Honorable Isaac Mwaura, the Honorable Sankok, who called himself nominee 001 on Jubilee Party, speak on behalf of people living with disabilities. Only yesterday, this gentleman, Honorable Sankok, was speaking about an issue of a man living with disability in Nyeri, Madera, who was knocked out by a convoy of our own people within the party. Maybe some are within the party, and I know because some are within the party, and killed. And that matter is being covered up because it is a poor family that has nobody to speak for. Why not for Isaac Mwaura and the nominated member, Sanko, who speak on behalf of people living with disability, Honorable Chair? Therefore, we need Honorable Chair, to be fair. I want to implore on you, Chair, as a committee, as a party, use this opportunity not to kill democracy in this country, not to kill and destroy this party. Use the opportunity accorded to you by Senator Mwaura to rethink on how we will re-engineer this party and make it to be an icon of parliamentary and political parties democracy in this country. That was the intention of this party when we folded up many parties to form one huge national movement, Honorable Chair. It is sad that today we are moving backwards. With that, Honorable Chair, I'd like to submit. Yes, sir.
You know, this is going to committee just passed. I know that over. And we will see in Parliament. Also, we all know, I say that this is there. Without going wasting time on that, waiting on that issue, what's in your view as a politician, as a young politician, you have a long way to go in this country. What's in your view is the role of the disciplinary machinery in the political party settings in our democracy?
Chair, as you said, when I say party organs are moribund and dead from the actions of the party itself, when did we last convene an NGC, an NDC, or even a Jubilee parliamentary group meeting? Since 2017, Honorable Chair, I can submit we have had not more than 3 parliamentary group meetings. The first one was immediately before the elections were nullified, the presidential elections were nullified. Very unpleasant meeting, where very many unpalatable things were said to members of the party, newly elected members of parliament. including Honorable Soro, who was newly elected, and although he was not belong to the party, he was there as a friend of the party. And palatable things were said. The second meeting was immediately after the nullification. The third meeting, Honorable Chair, was when the party sought to eject the leadership of the party, the parliamentary leadership of the party. Therefore, when you ask yourself where a party is only holding meetings when it is chasing away its own members, Honorable Chair, and not because those members have not articulated the party ideals and policies in Parliament as they stood in leadership within Parliament. I can tell you the Honorable Aden Duara, the Honorable Achali, the Honorable Cecily Marile, who are being chased during that PG, are leaders who have worked tirelessly for this country and this administration and this party. Those are the people who brought us together in Parliament to articulate the party policies on even legislative agenda then, Honorable Chair. Therefore, you would be lost as a party member when you find that the only organs that meet to, not even to discipline, to intimidate, coerce people. To Honorable Chair, this committee has a huge role in the promotion of democracy, not just within the party, but within the country. And the role that this committee is charged with is one of ensuring that there is fair administration of justice within the party in line with the party constitution, the country's laws, and the country's constitution. That is my view of what should be the role of this committee. This committee should not seem to be an organ or a committee that is being used either by the party chairman, or the party vice chairman, or the party leader, or the party deputy leader, or any party member to punish unfairly members who speak on issues that should be used to improve the party. And that's why I said my submission is that this party ought to be rewarding Senator Isaac Mwaura for speaking truth to the party. And the party then should look inwards and ask itself, where is it that we have also gone wrong as a party? We would want to see this party, as I say, govern for another 100 years. We will play our part as political leaders, as elected members of Parliament. We have ensured, I did that when I was chairman of the budget committee, I ensured that indeed the party, as much as we are not able to meet the statutory threshold of the political parties fund, but we ensured at least that we appropriated adequate resources to political parties to be able to advance the growth of democracy. It is sad, Honorable Chair, and that's why I say it is also an abuse of our taxpayers' money to sit in processes that don't seem to be fair. Therefore, Honorable Chair, we have our role and we will play our role without fear of intimidation or coercion, without fear of telling the party and its leadership the truth as it is. Because we represent people, Honorable Chair. We represent members of this party. It is not every other member of the party who will be able to come in. If, as an elected member of Parliament, on humility, I can be denied entry into my party headquarters, Honorable Chair, what happens to that unfortunate young man in Yemen who has been read over, or any other man or woman living with disability, represented by Isaac Mwaura, and purports or claims to be a member of this party? Will he ever gain entry to the party headquarters?